Okay, hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis, and as you probably know, I'm the airline pilot. Just a random stream. I wasn't planning for this. So nice to see you, and nice to see you in the comments, some of you already. Hi to everyone. We have the excellent connection. And just waiting for your comment. Till waiting, I just want to say that today is the 6th of January, and tomorrow will be the Christmas, according to Orthodox calendar that we have, the Christian calendar. I'm not really into religion, but anyways, tomorrow is the day off, and we have one more sad event coming. 2 years passed since our airplane was shot down in Iranian airspace, so we have some memorials and things to do with our airline together to honor the memory of those who lost their lives. And I will not publish videos in nearby future because of that event, and so stand by for the videos. I'm not leaving my channel. I just need to wait. So every year I'm not uploading the videos this time. Yeah. Yes, the flight PS 752. Have some of the friends who lost their lives there. Sad. Especially after the Christmas, you know. And everyone celebrates, but not us, not Ukraine International. My friends, I want to ask you if the audio is okay, because now I'm testing the new microphone, and basically it's the main reason why I'm here with you, but not only. Yeah, I just want to say that there will be no videos, so don't expect them in nearby future, like in a few days, maybe 5 days or maybe 1 week. Stand by for that, and tell me about the mic quality, because I'm using this mic for the first time. Actually, it came to me today, and I want to use it for podcasts. And yeah, thank you so much for. Yeah, hi, Houston, hi. Audio is great, thank you, because I wanted the mic for the podcasts, for the streams, and I decided to buy the new one. It's not very expensive, but it's not very cheap. Thank you, Frank. Nice to meet you here. Betsy, thank you. Thank you all of my friends who came on this live stream. Please ask your question and I may answer them. Till I'm waiting, I just want to say that you may support the channel. Just go to the link, and I will show you how it will do on the live stream. It will be like that. So you will see your comment just appear on the screen, and that's it. I will answer a question anyway. Now I'm collecting the funds to for the next flight simulator. I want to show you something, maybe some malfunctions on the flight sim, so that is why I'm collecting funds for it. Good day, sir. Greetings from Germany. Love your videos. Stay healthy. Thank you so much. Hey, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. More or less fine. Had wonderful flight to Delhi just after the vacation. Vacation was fine. I went to the mountains, but that flight was really hard after vacation because it was during the night time. Delhi vlog, have you recorded? Yes, I recorded the Delhi. However, I did some mistakes during recording. So as you know, I'm recording this type of camera. So this is the camera that I'm recording. I hope you can see it. It's Sony X3000, and basically I put it on my head like this, but I was not in a rush, but I accidentally put the camera a little bit up, and it isn't good, so I recorded a little bit upstairs of the cockpit. It's not good. However, I was lucky to film from other camera, and I will mix the footage. Anyway, I will release the first part of the video of the flight from Atpl. I was flying as a passenger, so I filmed from the back of the from the third person view, let's say, from the back of the cockpit. I was in a jump seat, and the next should be some layover in Dubai, so I went to Dubai Mall to see fountains, and Dubai Mall itself, I didn't like it. And after that I've flown from Rasselheim to Delhi. So actually I needed to take the bus from Delhi to Rasselheim and then to Delhi, and that will be the first part of the video, and the next part will be fly from Delhi to Rasselheim. Also nice. It's the first time for me, my friends, that I saw rain in Dubai and in Arab Emirates. That rain was quite interesting. It was really heavy on our return flight from Delhi. Sorry, I cannot speak in Russian. Houston, Mr. Houston. I cannot do it because this channel is fully English, so I cannot speak in Russian here. I'm thinking to make to do the new channel, to design it in the same way as I have, but in Ukrainian language. Why not Russian? Because I think YouTube will be banned in Russia. It's my personal opinion. We see some threats of closing social medias there, so what for should I film? So here in Ukraine, I'm sure that it will continue to be like that. The YouTube will be public and available everywhere. So probably I'll film in Ukrainian, and it will be the challenge for me since Ukrainian language is not my native one. So I'm still thinking whether I need it or not. I'm like 60% I will do it, 40% I'm still thinking, because my job and this channel takes lots of time. So probably for nearby months I will continue in English, but later on probably I'll do the channel in Ukrainian, because there are no channels in Ukrainian about the aviations. They just doesn't exist, and I will be the first one there. And Ukrainian is still hard for me, because I started to learn Ukrainian in 11th grade and I was 16 years old. Okay, which was most fun part of studying PPL, CPL, instrument rating, or other? Just started my PPL now of my Atpl. Okay, the most fun part for me was then I started the first grade, then I started flying. So I really like the practice, the flying. You need to know some theoretical part, but flying is the best thing that I wanted to learn. And that's it. Dennis, KLM and Trasave are going to change all Boeing 737s for Airbus A320, 320 Neos. Your opinion? Why not? So Boeing 737 is really, it's an old plane. If we speak about the design, so it was designed in 1960s, late 1960s. Then if you see the overhead panel of Boeing 737 MAX that was released just a few years ago, you will not find much difference. So as for me, Airbus, not as for me, but in general, the Airbus A320 is much more modern airplane. However, if we speak about the safety, the Boeing 737 is still as safe as Airbus, or even just a little bit more safer. So I think the Boeing airplane, well, the main difference, it's built around the pilot. So the pilot still the main guy who controls the airplane. And Airbus built around the airplane, built around the automation. So you're more like a operator there. I think so. It's my personal opinion, but still, I like the Airbus. I like Boeing, and it's just decision of the airline. We know that the Boeing 737 will go out from production with this Boeing 737 MAX. It's the last model designed for this airplane. So Boeing need to come up with something really new. Where does your family live? They live with me here in Kiev, let's say near to Kiev. What's your favorite food? My favorite food, I like sweets, I like cakes, I like McDonald's, but it's just the junk food. You know, we like food that has lots of fats and sugars. It's our animal behavior to eat this kind of stuff, because throughout our evolution we see that we were in lack of food all the time. So we have to fight, we have to hunt something, yeah, and our body perceived this high fat, high sugar food as something really good, because it can restore some energy, fats in our body for next time. And now we have food available everywhere. That's why the obesity is the common problem for the humanity nowadays, because our body just couldn't cope with this food available everywhere. So yeah, as natural as an animal, I like this junk food, but I'm trying to learn to eat something really healthy now, because yeah, start to gain the weight. Hello Captain, which is your favorite approach? Thanks for making interesting videos about aviation. Well, I like visual approaches. I think 90% of the pilots would like to perform the visual approaches, because they're not like average type. Then you just press the approach button, full flight director. Something really interesting compared to those. What are the pros and cons of being a pilot? I have the video. It says, do you really need to become a pilot? Where I told about the pros and cons. So in general speaking, you leave your schedule. So it's not your job. It's your lifestyle. So you see the schedule. It means that no matter what, you need to fly. No matter if you have the birthdays, if you have New Year. I used to fly in the New Year. I actually celebrated the New Year, and then I was in Dubai in 2019. So very strange job. If we speak about the schedule, it's the biggest con there. And the pros, well, it's fantastic job. You cannot compare it with any other job. You just see surroundings from the cockpit. You just feel this airplane flying. Well, that gives you outstanding feelings, and I like it. McDonald's, yeah. Are all pilots good race drivers? I think no. Captain, what was your longest flight? It was from Almaty to Borispol. It took us 7 hours and 37 minutes. The wind was blowing really hard. Are you practicing emergency landing techniques? Well, we have to on the simulator sessions sometimes. I know Boeing 737 is more difficult than Airbus A320. I do not agree with that. From the automation perspective, the Airbus is more developed and sorry guys, need to go to wow, Frank, looking forward to the simulator video. Cheers. Thank you, Frank, and well, that's awesome support you have throughout my channel live. I think you started to watch my videos then I had around 2,000 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. And thank you for continuous support of this channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope to film some more videos on Flight Simulator. Just tell me in the live chat, not here in the live chat, just what would you like to see in a flight simulator, because I have many ideas what to film there. Maybe something really interesting for you. So about the Airbus, it's I wouldn't say it's less complicated compared to Boeing. You have to do less of job inside the cockpit as a pilot, because many of the systems work automatically. But you need to know how do they work. So you need to know those systems, and those systems are really complicated. Captain, is training in this Slimeter in the simulator before joining the training academy useful or not? Omar asks me. Yep. If you know what aircraft type would you would fly in flight training academy or flight school, you may download the flight simulator, explain the detailed model of the airplane to get familiar with the cockpit and all the switches, but do not concentrate on flying skills, because with the Joy it's totally different. So do not fly the plane in a matter, just put it with one finger, that's it. For you, it's just you need to know what to do, what checklist to read, and you will get yourself familiar with the cockpit. And it's not only for the small planes, for bigger planes as well. I would recommend to download, for example, Boeing 737 Zebra model if you would like to get the Boeing 737 type rating. Hey Captain, I really want to be a pilot for all my life, but sometimes some friends and family says that I can't be it because there will be no more pilots in the future. Aviation Fun, thank you for your comment, and tell your friends that and family that they are wrong. The pilot job will be available in the future, no matter what. We will not have this change. You see, I fly the airplane that was designed in 1967. We have no communication inside the cockpit between, let's say, now we have the communication. It's like the technology is so slow developing in aviation that if we say about the text messages, we have something like a pager, something from 90s or maybe 80s technology that is still developing in aviation. Yes, the newer business jet, they are more modern, they have different type of regulations, but it's very hard to implement something new to aviation. So do not expect like artificial intelligence to take the place of the pilot in nearby future in this century. Believe me, then I will go there will still be pilots flying, that I will retire. Captain, is training okay, I just answered that question. Good evening to everyone who join us now. Dennis, if you fly privately, will you also take a look in the cockpit? If you fly privately, will you also take a look in the cockpit? Well, if I fly as a passenger, I may look to the cockpit if I do wear the uniform. If the captain is okay with it. Good evening, Dennis. Good evening, Alex. Hello, Captain. Have you ever flown an NDB approach with the Boeing 737? Yes, Rocco. I've flown it many times. It's very easy. Basically, use LNAV VNAV. That's it. LNAV VNAV is it. 737 is very easy plane to fly. Non-precision approaches like localizer approach. I don't know. LNAV approach, AirNav GNSS approach. You always press LNAV VNAV almost every time. That's it. And Then I used to fly the Air ATR. The NDB approaches were really fun compared to Boeing, because really you need to follow the needles. Here on Boeing, just enough, that's it. Is a type rating expensive? It depends on the plane. If you speak about the popular airplanes, like 737, Airbus, the type rating may cost less compared to rare types like ATR compared to the Boeing, because there are not many flight simulators on ATR, so they raise the price for the training. And interesting, for ATR, flight simulator costs more. Frank, anything that you do is fine. I did engine fire on a Boeing 737-800 sim and crashed, forgot to fly. Oh, okay, I will do engine fire. Okay, thank you, Frank, for your idea. Dennis, make Frank a moderator. Some comments need to be deleted. They are using different languages. We don't know what they're saying. I'm okay with that. We don't know what they're saying. Is it offensive? I don't get it. We can use different languages in the comments. Why not? We don't know, but I just let people speak. I see some use different languages, but I'm okay. I do not answer those because I don't know the language. Even though if I read in Russian, I will not answer because. But I let the people to write. I didn't see the big issue here. Just if it's vulgar, just tell me. If the words are offensive for you, tell me. Which sim do you recommend me to play if I'm interested in becoming a pilot? Explain level 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator? Real Blocks Gaming XD. Well, it depends on what aircraft type. There are nice models on X-Plane. For example, I restored my single engine piston rating on a small plane and on TechNam, and I found the model on X-Plane. There could be nice models on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, like Cessna 172 and maybe King Air. They are quite detailed, but there you will not find the Boeing 737 there. Old British mechanical engineer told me a story. Then he started his study. Everyone believed there will be only robots in future, but who will repair them? Yeah, true. Why donated? Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And yeah, your comment is absolutely right, my friends. It's very hard for this stage. We do still have not automated underground stations, trains, no automatic subways, non-automated cars, vessels. The airplane will be last. There will be last vehicles to be automated, my friends, because they are very hard. They fly in a very changing environment, and you need to act very fast if something goes wrong. And without the humans, they will not fly in nearby future. So no worries about the automation. My friends, I may not answer your comments because there are many of them. Sorry. Hi Captain, my goal is to become a pilot, especially a Boeing 737. Could you give me any advice for then things get rough? Because I know it will. Although no one will get how to overcome this with Hack from Brazil. Hi to Brazil, Netson, and nice to read your comment. Everything is not easy in this life, but then I look back. Well, I put some efforts, but they weren't very hard. Just study, just take it easy, and do not concentrate on things that they're hard. Then you start to know them better. They will be easier for you. So go, if it's your dream, go for it. For 737, for me it wasn't hard, because I've flown the ATR and it's already Western-made airplane. The indications are similar, everything is similar. But if you've flown, guys, for example, in our airline who used to fly the Soviet-made airplanes that have a different logic, different everything, different philosophy. For them, it was hard for everyone to get type rated on 737, but still they managed to go through it. Hey Captain, how do we fly on VR approach? We fly with LNAV VNAV. You may select VR like Warlock. You may arm Warlock, and you can intercept the Warlock, the beam from VR station, and fly with VNAV, or maybe vertical speed, but usually LNAV VNAV. Hi Captain, I'm 15 years old and a big aviation enthusiast. What can I do at this age to help become a pilot? Just this age is okay to try yourself in some kind of local flight school. Try to fly the small plane and understand if you like it or not. And if you like it, you may continue. I mean, go there and ask anyone, instructor, like, I want to fly the small plane, can I fly with you? I'll pay something. So you pay like maybe $100 for 20 minutes of flight, but you'll understand if you like it really or not. That's my first advice for you. Yeah, thank you so much, Robert, for your kind support. Robert is from Merry Christmas for you. And yeah, Robert is doing fantastic job. He's the guy, he was flying with me on a flight simulator last time, and yeah, it was fun to fly with you, Robert. Thanks for your support, by the way. Hey Captain, good evening. Really nice to see you on this live. I'm about to begin my aviation school and I have so much question, but one is, are you often at home? Please. Yes, I'm often at home. So my last flight was I came home on 3rd of January. Now it's 6, already 3 days at home, and my next flight will be on 15th of January. So just imagine how many days. 11 days at home consecutive. It's like a vacation. But that's because of the corona crisis. And then we had a normal schedule. Still in the winter we had less flights, like maybe 50 hours, something like that. During the summertime, it's around 70-75 hours. It means that you fly like 15 days you fly, 15 days you are at home. But it really depends on the aircraft you fly and the airline you fly. For big cargo planes, you'll fly away for, could be weeks or even months for some airlines. That's why I like cargo, but because of that I don't want to fly there. Can you land at Lukla Airport, Nepal? As a passenger, yes. Sorry guys, sorry Igor, I cannot answer the Russian comment, sorry, because this is English speaking channel. You can write in English and I'll answer it. Sorry. Have you ever had to declare emergency as a student pilot or before becoming a career? Never ever I had to declare emergency throughout my career. 12 years flying, no emergencies. yeah, that's how reliable and safe the aviation is. Captain, talking to you, Omar Mohammed. I'm 32 years old. Will it be accepted to study aviation? You can, Omar, you can try. Why not? Why not? Still nice age to become a pilot. Hey, how can a pilot become billionaire? There is no way how you can become billionaire from flying. Hi, Alex, thanks for your support. You know, I was speaking with a guy who is the first officer in Azure Air. He's a nice guy, but I spoke to him, I wrote to him many times, like, he has the flight simulator of Atpl. I wrote to him, like, I want to fly on this flight sim, and he say, yeah, I'm busy now, so I'm still waiting. So I hope. Oh, jeez. Thanks for your support. Greetings from Poland. Greetings to Poland. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. Thanks for your support, jeez. So yeah, I'll try to find out some interesting flight simulators. Not only 737 is here in Ukraine, so yeah, we'll try to find out something more. Ouch, sorry. Maybe I need to pour some water in a glass, not from the bottle. Guys, sorry, I cannot answer all of the comments. I hope it's okay for you. I'm just reading the chat, and I cannot answer all of you, but I'm still here with you, and will be more, maybe 1 hour more, so probably continue just to write your question. Merry Christmas. Comment went away. Merry Christmas. Sorry, Captain, I'm go. You and chat have a good evening. Thank you. Are you allowed to shoot videos during flight? Yes. Just to look at my channel. How did you pay for your flight school? Oh well, the story of those of my career is on my channel. You can Google, you can search on YouTube. But really, I used to work as mechanic on airplanes, and I hadn't had any salary. But the air club gave me flight hours. That is how I got the PPL. And about the CPL I had to pay, but for that time it was not really expensive, like $6,000. I got my commercial pilot license almost for free compared to the prices we have now. So I was really lucky. If we speak about the prices I see now, I'm in great doubt that I would become a pilot now very easily. I would still be a pilot, but it will take me lots of time, lots of efforts. So, good old times, now it's something really strange. What is your Atpl language level? By the way, can I possibly write in Ukrainian? Will you answer then? No, Ukrainian comments will not also be answered. Sorry. Thomas, thank you for all the videos and live stream. Happy New Year. Yeah, thank you, Thomas, for your great support. Wow, we have a nice support from you today, my friends. And yeah, for sure we'll flight simulator very, very soon with that support. Thank you, Thomas, a lot for your support. I have Atpl language 5. That's it. Level 5. Yeah. Well, Ukrainian comments will not also be answered, so then I'll start my channel in Ukrainian. I think I'll start it. I will do everything in Ukrainian there. From Poland to okay. Oh, greetings to Poland. Thank you, Marix. Thank you so much. Yeah, Poland guys supported me today. Thank you, my friends. I don't remember the last time I flown to Poland, but I did some adventure with my motorcycle club, with our motorcycle club, let's say. We went to Krakow, and it was a fantastic trip for us. And yeah, I really like your country. But I was surprised that there are not many forests. There were not many forests on the way, because in the western part of Ukraine we had many forests. In Poland, I couldn't find any of the forests. Maybe because we took the highway, between the fields, etc. But I really like the country and people. Boom. I don't care if you can't answer my chats. I just want to see you speaking about airplanes. I'm learning to speak English, and you are supporting so much. Well, guys, I would not recommend to learn from me English for me. My English is not really good. I try to learn it myself. As you see, I have problems with the grammar, with the pronunciation, with everything. So do not rely on my words. The only thing not wanting me to become a pilot is the fact that it will cost a lot to become one. Yeah, I think it's the main problem for aviation for nowadays, that you have to have lots of money, and if you invest the money you have, there is no guarantee that you will become a pilot and you have your job, especially now in a crisis, right? But believe me, the jobs will be available in the future, but you may spend like a few years after training and then without flying, and then you have to invest money again to renew your license, to renew your type, your everything. So really hard. That's why not many people are willing to join aviation nowadays, to become a pilot, to become pilots. And that is why there will be a pilot shortage. That is what I think in the future. There will be a pilot shortage because of that, because of the crisis we have now. Because it's better to invest this huge money into college degree, university degree, become very professional, I don't know, someone else, and have more money compared to pilot career. So as a pilot you will not earn that amount of money, and now modern commercial world, it's all about the money. So it's really needs to be your passion to put that amount of funds for your pilot training. So it's really for passionate guys. Oh, sorry. Motochikis models. Please answer your question in English. I cannot answer in Russian. Sorry, but I will try. Hello, because I need to translate it. You see. Hello, Dennis. Is it hard to become a pilot if you live in Chernobyl area? Do you live in 30-kilometer Chernobyl area? Chernobyl zone? I don't think so. No, it doesn't matter where you live, actually. You need to go through your medical checks. If they say that you are okay, you can go there. Strange question. What is your opinion on upcoming generation pilot? I think with every generation we are better and better. That's what I think. What worked for previous generations may not work for future generations, because the planes that we fly, they change, especially here in ex-Soviet countries like Ukraine. We used to fly Soviet-made airplanes, now we fly Western-made airplanes. So still for older generation, it was hard to get to new things, and for younger generations, from the guys who just out of the academies, they may go straight away to the good airplanes, let's say, good made airplanes, and fly them. I'm not saying that Soviet made planes are bad, but they're just different and I think not as reliable as Boeing 737. Well, Tupolev is not as reliable as Boeing 737, let's say. The fact is the fact. Oh, I went to the bottom of the comments to be more updated to what is happening on the chart. Good evening. You're the best 737-800 pilot. No. I'm average pilot. I'm just filming the videos. I'm not the best, not the worst. I'm just an average. There are far better pilots than me. What was your training plane in the flight school? Well, I started from gliders and then I went to Vilga, and after that Antonov 26 for twin engine airplane. Hello, Captain. Do you have a friend who is pilot and he's smoking? Does it affect? Miss Hogg is asking me. Well, there are many pilots who are smoking, but what I can see now, the trend is to give up smoking. So the younger pilots, they smoke less compared to the previous generation, let's say. And yes, sometimes you may have some issues, because then you want to smoke, then you're inside the cockpit, you can't. And on the flight, let's say to Dubai, that may take you, well, last time we flown from Dubai, from Wresselheim to Kiev, let's say, from UAE to Kiev, for 5 hours and 40 minutes. And imagine person who used to smoke every hour or every 2 hours. Imagine his state. He is in lack of his cigarette, and I don't think it's good for the job. Yeah, I would agree with you, Alex. Well, we had a nice engine production factory here, by the way, in Ukraine. It's Motor Sich. They are developing nice engines, but again, if we speak about the weight and fuel consumption and the power that they can give, they are still let's say less developed compared to Pratt & Whitney and General Electric, speaking honestly. The engines we took, the USSR took, is from actually America. Right, Cyclone was the first engine, one of the first engines to be put on military airplanes, and still it is in production for, let's say, Antonov 2. Yeah, the engine from 1930s. So it was like that, because by that time, but beginning of the century, of 20th century, the Soviet Union was not developed as Western countries because of the war, of the civil war, etc. So we always took technologies from the Western world. It's not about only engines, it's about the cars, etc. About the planes themselves, somehow we made nice planes. Maybe it's like an old school, even before the revolution times. They were the guys who developed nice planes. But for the engines, I would agree with you. But there are some nice engines like D36, and they are quite nice. Installed on the Yakovlev 42, Antonov 74, so those engines are really reliable, and they just made them bigger and they put it to Ruslan and Maria, the biggest planes in the world. Thanks for your support, Alex. Do you save money for professional Boeing 737 flight simulator or amateur flight simulator? In Ukraine, we have just amateur type of Boeing 737 flight simulator. It doesn't have the motion, but all of the systems, well, let's say most of the systems are working fine. and that is more than enough for me to film the videos. So it's full cockpit, great visual stuff around. I can put the cameras everywhere, so yeah, that's good for the videos. We still don't have the professional flight simulator in Ukraine, and it would cost me lots of money. So for this amateur one, I think it's still okay for the videos. Have you ever had a really hard landing? The hardest landing I had was 1.79 Gs, and if you want, I can tell you why. Yeah, we can talk. We will talk for maybe 1 hour more, so I can tell you. So it was approach, nighttime approach here to Boryspil Airport. We were on approach at altitude of around 8,000 feet, and we prepare for the auto-land because the visibility, the RVR was 500 meters for runway 36 right, and that runway is only certified for auto-land in Boryspil Airport. So we performed everything, all the procedures, all the checklists done, and we armed everything. Well, I didn't arm the autopilot because we were still quite far away, but the ATC told us that due to VIP traffic, you have to take runway 36 left, and runway 36 left is not the categorized runway. So it doesn't have any kind of category. The minimum there is 550 meters, but it's not even cut 1. It's cut 1 according to data, but it's not categorized, let's say. So we cannot perform the auto land there according to procedures of my airline. And more, there is no central lights and no carpet, no light carpet, as you may see on 36 right. And I ask, can we hold? They say, yeah, you can. I say, how long? And they say like 40 minutes. I said, no, we don't have fuel for that holding. So we took runway 36 left, and at night in the fog, landing Boeing 737, it's quite fast moving airplane compared to ATR. Let's say for ATR everything was fine. Even for category 2 you could land manually, it was fine. It was also not easy, but even category 2 was much easier than landing with 550 meters for Boeing 737. I saw the lights, but the runway itself, without the central lights, it was in the fog. It was like a hole, you were landing like in a black hole. But the runway lights were okay, so you could see the runway lights. That's all you need basically. But there were no marking, nothing, because of this fog. And I heard like 50, 40, 20. Oh, I need to pull up, and I saw the marking. All right, and I landed. So at minimum, I saw the lights. Everything was okay, but still. No markings. You see, the markings on 36 left is not good compared to 36 right. As for me, no central lights was really hard. Like I'll pull up very close to the ground, and I had some, it wasn't the hard landing. It was 1.79 Gs, but it's the hardest landing for me. So that's the story. Captain, there is an Airbus A380 Sumpter. What is Sumpter? In Dubai. It is available to everyone. Hourly wages are $200. Does training or straight in level of student? Do you mean the one in the Dubai Mall? It does more. It is real bad, Amar. If you mean about Dubai Mall, $200 for that is not even close to amateur simulator, so you will not find anything. It's just a big advertisement there. I don't know where you can fly the Airbus A380 simulator there. I don't know. In Dubai Mall I saw it, but it's bad. Don't waste your money. How much is your flight hour? How many flight hours do I have? Like 6,500 or 600 now. Watching from Zimbabwe. Hello. How much math is needed to be a pilot? Just 2-3 kilos of mass is enough. I don't know how can you like count how much math. Well, you need to be good in math if you want to become a pilot, but you don't need to be like high educated professor to become a pilot. Co-pilot, thank you. Next time in English, please, and thank you so much for watching me. It's quite hard for me to translate your comment. Otherwise, I cannot. Sorry. I'm reading just English comments. So if you want, you can write your comment. I'll read it out. Captain, there is an Airbus A380. Okay, I just answered that. Did you take permission from DGCA as filming in a cockpit is banned in India? No. There are many flights from different countries in India, and pilots post that, so I don't see a problem there. DGCA bans the filming just for Indian carriers. I'm outside India. I fly for different carrier, so it's not the problem for me. Can a colorblind person be a pilot? You need to go to the doctor, Norman. You need to go for a aviation doctor, not the usual one. And depends on your level of color blindness. What do you think about Sarajevo Airport? I don't think about it, Arman, sorry, because I never been there. And I don't know about it. Favorite single engine plane? Wow. Favorite single engine plane? Mustang. I'm not really into military, but I like Mustang. It's World War II airplane. How old are you? From Burak. I'm 34. Will turn 35 in February. Captain, I'm not good in physics, but good in mathematics, and I'm getting hard in flight school. I'm really bad in physics. Try your hard to get the flight school topics. I don't see a big issue here. What is the height required to be a pilot? There is no big limits for it right now. Captain, does pilots get air pain then taking off and landing always? As usual, Omar, it's just a little bit clogging, and then you just swallow your saliva, that's it. So it's very rare that I had some real pain, if you have some infection, cold or influenza or maybe some flu, and you fly with that, in that case you'll have the pain. But there are some medicine that can relieve this pain, relieve your blocking nose, etc. Is it allowed to perform the side sleep on 737? There is technique of side sleep on Boeing 737 that goes for the landing with the crosswind, and it's one way how you can fly it with the crosswind, described in flight crew training manual. I have followed the awesome guide checklist. the last months. It means that you are awesome guy. Thank you. No. Thank you. I have a permanently bent pinky finger. Would it be able to be... I don't know, what does it mean? Being pinky finger. Okay, I go to the bottom of the cockpit. You like UKBB concrete runways? The runway aren't same like in old runway in Odessa, but there's the main airport in UA. The plane rolls, the gears hit the concrete blocks and create vibration. Yeah, there are some airports like, let's say, Vinica airport with the blocks, and then you land the airplane there where I don't know how this honestly I don't know how this airplane just keep itself in one piece there in Vinica. That runway really sucks. Some people say Zaporizhia sucks, but no, Vinica is terrible, absolutely terrible runway. Every time I fly there, I speak to the passengers. I say the landing will not be butter. It will be hard, but not because of us, because of the runway. And then you land it like you flare, and then bam, 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 bam. Oh my god! But still, then you see the loading, the G load on FMC. It shows that everything is okay. Okay. What do you think about my Milano Malpensa airport? Well, I like to fly there, and now it's the great cargo hub. And the last time I was there, I saw many of Boeing 747s, even DC-11s were flying. So it was very interesting, big airport, and I like it. I like it. Great nature, you know, mountains around. I like Milano airport. It is nice. Been watching you since you had less than 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, thank you. Do you have feeling that Europe is small? Kind of. Yeah, it is quite small. What is the most impressing switch in a cockpit? Pressing switch in a cockpit. I don't know. Don't have anything on my mind right now. Can a left-handed be a pilot? Yeah, why not? And I'm a right-handed person, but then I've flown as a first officer. I was flying it from the right. Then I became a captain. I was flying with my left hand, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, my friends. So absolutely easy. It's like can a left-handed guy drive the car in UK or let's say in United States with the manual gearbox? And then you have to just takes time and everything will be fine. Oh, that one is good. Do you like taxiing in Amsterdam, Schiphol? Yeah, it was my first flight as the captain on Boeing 737, and they put me to the holding. They have the special holding part on the apron. They have to wait there on stands. How much cargo do you usually take? You know, Robert, thanks by the way for your support. The maximum I saw was more than 3 tons of cargo. Usually it depends, from 200 kilos, from 100 kilos till 3,000, let's say, but not more than 4,000. Maximum I saw was 3,000 with something. Thank you, Robert. By the way, Robert is from Virtual Ukraine International Airlines. Those guys are flying Aviation Flight Simulator, fly in IVEO Flight Simulator community, you may join them for free and fly Boeing 737s with real procedures of my airline. Yeah, and I do support them with I show them how do we fly, and not only me, they have real ATC air traffic controllers, they have real pilots, and yeah, you can join them for free. I probably will put the link to this video after I finish the stream. About the oh, sorry, that's my alarm, but I will stay longer with you. About the taxiing in Amsterdam airport, you may be put for holding, and the taxi is quite logical, but there are some stands that you can miss the taxiway, and I missed the one time, and the ATC controller, the ground, was kind of angry about it, but they say, okay, next time just don't go there. And of course I filled the report just in case. Okay, I missed it, I didn't see the arrow on the taxi route, and also they have some problems with the guidance system, and I don't know if they do it intentionally for purpose, but sometimes then you taxi to the stand, the guidance system just doesn't work, there is no marshal, and you have to wait, and you need to wait until the red line. If you cross this kind of red line, they will fill a report for you that you crossed the clearance line. So it's kind of complicated. It's logical, but could be complicated. Amsterdam is always very busy in the morning. Yeah, but I like this airport. For me, it's okay. You need to taxi quite far away from runway 18 right, from what I remember. Yeah, but other than that, everything is fine. What do you think of Cairo airport? Well, that one is big. It has different elevations for apron, for runways, so I would recommend to taxi on both engines there. So do not shut down engine after taxiing, after you exit the runway, because it could be hard for one engine to taxi there with one engine, especially for fully loaded plane. And that airport is interesting about this the SIDs, the standard instrument departures, schemes, and arrivals, because they are known. So you have just approach chart and no any stars, no any seats, so you don't know how to approach the runways. So you have just the vectoring. And also I have very interesting case there. Then ATC told me, okay, after departure, straight, reach 3,000 feet, after that turn right heading 150. Okay, we did like that, we turned, and then we at the same 3,000 feet you go to other ATC, and we started our turn. We contacted other ATC, and that guy told us maintain a runway heading, but we already turned, so they have some kind of miscommunication with one ATC with tower or approach, and we saw that we turned just towards the approach, so maybe they told us the different heading, and that ATC told us, wow, where are you turning? And we say, well, the tower told us to turn there, and they say, interesting. Welcome to Amsterdam. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Just curious, were you born in the Soviet Union? I was born in the Soviet Union, Ukrainian USSR, Ukrainian Social Soviet Republic. I was born in Sevastopol, and I was born in 1987. So Soviet Union lived 3 years, and after that it collapsed. That's it. It was dark times for Ukraine and for ex-Soviet Union countries, because we had different economies everything was destroyed and people struggling, and many of them lost their jobs. All the factories were sold, and yeah, many people just left the country. And yeah, still we have some kind of crisis. It's still ongoing for these years, and but now I can see that we have some prosperity. I can see the brighter future for Ukraine. I hope it will happen. I hope. Are you Ukrainian? Yes, I am. Please support young generation like us. We're delighted to have a mentor like you. Thank you, Mobile Gaming. That's the nickname, Mobile Gaming. Thank you. Do you like 777-300 ER? Yeah, nice airplane. I mean, yeah, I do like the planes. I do like most of the planes. Boeing 777 is a nice plane. I like it a lot. Then it becomes time to replace Boeing 737. What plane specification do the airlines want for next generation of mid-range passenger airplane? I think all the airlines now going for the longer range of single aisle airplanes. So they don't want it to be middle range. They want it to fly across the ocean. That's what we see for the orders of Airbus XLR, or how do we call it? A321 long range. Yeah. It has massive order, so they want those planes quite uncomfortable actually to fly a long range. They want them to fly longer, for longer distances. I think Boeing will come up with something like Boeing 757, but with modern engines, modern avionics, and better wing, and of course more fuel efficient. Salute, Captain. What was the most challenging part for you from PPL training through becoming a captain in airlines? What would you recommend to us on your own training journey? Thank you, Haga, for your comment. For me, the most challenging was that I was unaware of will I be a pilot or not, because there were so many stones for this flow, because then I started the training. I wanted to become a pilot. There was clear way for me how to do it, because there was the government support. The trainings were available in airlines, so they were allowed. And then I started my training. The government, they suspended the training in airlines because of the one crash near to Donetsk. And I was confused, really, and I tried to get out from this. I tried to find a way how to become a pilot. And as I told you, I became a mechanic, and still then I was a mechanic. I was confused. Can I get my PPL or not? So they have like little, so you have to fight. I had to fight for it. It was really hard. So this is the hardest part for me. So whether can I be a pilot, is the job will be available. So not really the training. The training is fine. It's okay. But this all the system, was really challenging. Then you don't have the money for training. It's challenging. Is there going to be a new airport in the Ukraine? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know where, but still I think we need to develop the airport we have, not to build a new one. Captain, is the 1,500 hour restriction leaving because it's hard to get restrictions to live in because it's hard to get a lot of hours to join airline? Is it leaving? If you speak about FAA, I hope they will lift this restriction, because I think it's nonsense, honestly, to get 1,500 hours, even to get hired by airline. I think it's not good. Budget flying school in USA, I don't know, sorry, I never been in the United States, I cannot tell you. Have you ever flew a light sport aircraft? No, not the aerobatic one, but some just light airplanes, two-pilot airplanes or two-person airplanes, two-seated airplanes. Do all Ukrainian main airports use QNH? And not only main airports, all of Ukrainian airports use QNH. I cannot tell you about the color blind because I'm not a doctor, sorry. What's your opinion on Aloha Airline? I don't know about it. I will Google and I will tell you if I'll have the time. Do you plan to release a video where tell us how to become a pilot in Ukraine? There is simple way how you can do it here, and basically you need to have the passport and pilot license. That's it, to become a pilot in Ukraine. Pilot license you can validate from your country. You can obtain Ukrainian pilot license. There are some flight schools here as well, government, non-government, so this is a simple story. But if you want to be employed here in Ukraine, you need to have the passport and I think bachelor's degree also, or college degree. 1,000 feet altitude between planes flying towards each other is safe. What altitude must be between these planes for TCAS will work? Less than 800 feet? No, it will not. It depends on the vertical speed as well. 1,000 feet is the one the gap you have between the airplanes in RVSM airspace from flight level 290 till 410. Below that, below 290, you have 2,000 feet of gap. 1,000 is more than enough. Hello, Captain. What way would you suggest for getting degree and having license? Also, which pilot license would you suggest? Richards, depends on what you need. If you want to fly for your joy purposes, go to PPL. If you want to be a commercial pilot, go to Atpl. That's it. How did you get flight hours? I already answered that question. In a flight school and in airline. Is there going to be a new airport in Ukraine? Betsy, I don't know. What English level is needed? More or less, I know it's ICAO level 4, but that says nothing to me. Would you translate into some like B1, B? I don't know about B1, B2, B3, B2. So basically, level 4 means that you know the technical language, the aviation technical language, and you can describe and understand common English, but you may not be very fluent in it. So it's like that. You can do grammar mistakes, but you can understand and you can explain something, and you know the aviation terms, and you know this vocabulary, let's say. That's level 4. Captain, what's the cost to get the first license, PPL? Usually it's around $8,000. Usually. Well, for Ukraine it's like that. For America, similar. Hi, do you think that commercial pilots will be or are already becoming glorified taxi drivers? I don't know what does it mean. Is worth investing as at this time? I don't know what does it mean. If we speak about the automation, I already said about it. Do not expect artificial intelligence to take this job for this century. Can you tell how to get licensed in India? Just go to the flight school. I don't know the other way. Have you had emergency landings? No, never. What does it mean reverse is normal? Well, to stop the airplane, we use brakes and we use reverse thrust. So basically, you put inverted thrust from the engines. They work, but the stream goes forward, not backward. So you see on you panel that you have two reverses green. It means that the reverse sleeves are opened, and you can put the reverse thrust. And you say to your colleague who is controlling, who is the pilot flying, you say that reverse is normal. It means that they are green. You can do some reverse. Captain, do you think UAE will have service to Rivne? That airport wasn't in service for a while. Vital Sky, sorry. I don't really know. I wasn't there. I don't know anything about Rivne Airport. And I hope we'll have some flights there. That's what I want to say. I hope. $8,000 for PPL, just PPL. For ATPL, yeah, you need to pay much more. Come to Israel again? Yeah, why not? There are any airlines that only fly with fully vaccinated crew? Your opinion? I think there are, but it's not my airline, I think. We have to do the PCR test, or well, it's like general requirement. So you can do the quick test and fly. But I have vaccination. Did you ever have trouble with slippery taxiway? No. Have you ever had any problems with autopilot not working? If you ever had issues with autopilot, would you have to land or continue with flight? You need to continue. It depends. If you are in RVSM airspace, there is strict regulations that to maintain this 1,000 feet separation between the planes, you need to have the autopilot. And if your autopilot doesn't work, you need to descend from the RVSM airspace to flight level 290 or less. And there you need to check the fuel. If the fuel, because the lower you are, the higher fuel consumption you have. And there you see, okay, can I do it to my destination or not? Or should I land somewhere? Or you may declare like, guys, to ATC, guys, we lost the autopilot, please fly us, and they will maybe direct you somewhere outside of the planes. They will think that, okay, we can guide you on level 360 in a safe manner if there are not many traffic around, so you can, it's it could be different. But I had one flight without the autopilot. Without the autopilot, sorry. Something with my tongue today. And it was just a short flight, short domestic flight. Chop, I'm not working in Indonesia. How did you relate your moving to Indonesia? Did you hope this moving to another country is temporary, and after this experience you'll come to homeland? Would you prolong your contract in Indonesia? I'm not in Indonesia. I used to work there 5 years ago. Now I'm working in Ukraine, and it's temporary. It was temporary for me, of course. Do you think airlines will treat pilots worse in future? Thomas, it depends on airline, I think, but really it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It depends on how many people, how many pilot labor force will be available, and how many pilots would airlines need in future. It depends. Before pilots were treated much better than today. I would agree with you. But for my airline, I think everything is like in good old times. Probably, from what I can see. Well, we have very strong unions. We have very strong pilot community in my airline, and we are treated well, I think. Captain, does your airline pay your 737 rating? Panam 005 asks. Well, yes, partially. Very interesting story also. Actually, I had already Boeing 737 rating before even joining Ukraine International. I did it with my previous airline, UTR Ukraine. They paid like 50%, and I paid 50% for the type rating. And later on they said, okay, we need to get rid of some planes, so there will be no job for you. So I had to move to Indonesia, but I supported this type rating. So every year I went through the flight simulator trainings and checks, and I paid my own money for that, and I came to Ukraine International with Boeing 737 type rating. But they said to me, okay, you don't have lots of experience on 737, and we'll put you to the beginning. We'll give you type rating once again. And I was actually glad to have that opportunity to study this airplane again, because I had the gap like 2 years non-flying of Boeing 737 on Boeing 737. So it was like flying new plane again. Especially I hadn't had experience flying the Boeing 737 Classic, and the Ukraine International Airlines, we had the Boeing 737 Classic by that time. So yeah, something new for me. And after all, they took the money a little bit partially from each salary, but now I paid back everything for the type rating. It wasn't really expensive, and I did the training with our guys, with our instructors, and I really like it. So was lucky to go through the type rating again. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be a pilot? Anas Kosokechant. Oh, sorry, I may spell your name incorrectly. My greatest advice is not to give up your dream, no matter what, because there will be pilots in the future. Now we see it's bad time, but in the future it will be good time. So it's probably the good time for investment to your career if you really want to become a pilot. So yeah, try to do it. Do not give up. If you can prolong contract in Indonesia, would you agree? Yeah, Chop, sorry, yeah. I misunderstood your comment. Now I understand you. I think no. It was already 7 years for me flying ATR, and I needed to change for something really, for some jet airplane. 8 years, so 7 years, quite long for that aircraft type. So yeah, good time to change, and I was lucky that Ukraine International Airlines were hiring people, and I was lucky to become a captain very fast here. So really, I was really at the proper time and a proper place. Was you happy with Just Planes videos? And will Just Planes film more with the Ukraine International? I just hope they will film. Why not? Maybe then we'll have 777s back in fleet again. Maybe they will film. I think we are happy. Captain, I'm 15 years old and hopefully will have my high school degree in 3 years. My grades are good, but I can't speak English that well. Can you tell me how I can get better in speaking English? Eddie's 1507. How do I learn English? I'm not saying that I'm good in English, but it's okay, I think, for vlogging, for for pilot job, etc. So basically I listen to radio, English speaking. You may listen whatever you want, but I listen to BBC World Service because I really like the English accent, proper English accent. But sometimes you may hear Indian accents there if they are taking interviews from someone from India or maybe different other countries, so we may hear different accents, but really mostly you hear to pure English accent, and I really like it. And basically I listen to radio, I read books, articles, and I listen to English speaking YouTubers that are many on YouTube, of course, especially aviation related YouTubers like Mentor Pilot, Blanc Calerio, Captain Joe. Captain Joe is a nice guy, but what he films I already know usually, so I don't watch him. Just watch him sometimes. Dennis, Rolls-Royce has developed fastest fully electric plane future. I need to check it out, Betsy. I need to check out what kind of probably the turboprop plane. Well, that's for short and middle range is okay, but for long haul and also middle range fast destinations, I think electrical engines are useless for that. Have you ever had to divert to airports? Yes, I had to. How hard was pilot training for you? It was okay. It was hard to find money for training. Captain, are you able to land a twin engine failure on final? Yeah, we had the video. I have a video on my channel, just one of the recent ones. You may check out how we did it on a flight simulator. So it's not a big problem. Well, it's a problem, but it's not disaster. Have you been to Trip Huan International Airport, Kathmandu? No, not yet. Thank you for your help. Also, where the difference between CPL and ATPL, and can I start applying for job with ATPL frozen? Yes, Richards. CPL will give you, it's like commercial pilot license, and there is airline transport pilot license. Usually, when you work with airline, you have to have frozen ATPL or active ATPL. Frozen means the theory pass for ATPL, and active ATPL means then you have your flight hours, then you pass the check, you will have your ATPL fully valid license. So for airlines, it's ATPL, but initially you may hold CPL and work there. You will never become a captain with commercial pilot license. That is what I know. It's hard to keep good relationship with your family members because you are always away from home. Diana.
What?
Do we have good relationship? Good? She told me good. У нас хорошие отношения.
Yes.
Okay, we have a good relationship. Don't go here. Because we are filming. Yeah, we have a good relationship. My flat, my apartment is kind of small, so yeah, today I'm filming with the family. And Diana is my daughter. Dennis, does Ukraine International Airlines also have cargo planes only? No, we used to have the Boeing 737 cargo plane fully, but now no, even more. What's your dream airplane to fly? It's Boeing 787 probably, Boeing 777X, and what else? Airbus A350, of course. Can you show your family members? No, not now. Not for now. No. Are the Boeing 777-300ER used for long distance? Yes, they used. Will airlines hire me with frozen ATPL? Yes, if you have active CPL license and you have frozen ATPL, you may be hired. But check out the airlines, because there could be many other things that you need to have, like jet orientation course, multi-crew cooperation course, multi-engine course completed, and only after that, for example, it goes for Wizz Air. They hire with that requirement. I was applying to Wizz Air without jet orientation course, and they said to me, okay, go to the jet orientation course first. Say, wow. And I had to pay like $1,000 for jet orientation course as well. Crazy. Have you ever had forced landing? No. Forced landing means that you're landing somewhere, forced. Then you divert, it means like going to return it. How long do you feel about your channel? How do you feel about your channel growth? First name, last name. I like it. It's growing little by little, and it starts to bring the funds. For example, with the funds I have from YouTube, I could buy this microphone, and it's good. And your hobby also will bring you to some funds, but everything I have, I put back to YouTube. I try to do it, and recently I tried to make some paid advertisement on Google, and that didn't. I waste some of them money, and it didn't bring me to even to normal growth. I put the most watched video in the normal video, not the short. And what about general growth? I still think that my channel is not about 430,000 subscribers. It's about maybe 50-70,000. Let me explain you why. Because the people who watch shorts, they subscribe to the channel almost instantly, and they continue to watch shorts. If you speak about the longer videos, not many people are watching them compared to the shorts. Let's say I see some growth, but it's strange growth. You know, we see the growth in subscribers, but not in views. By the way, my friends, you will see that well, I want to tell you, I use this camera, all right. It's Sony FDR X3000. I put it here, but I see that the picture on the flight instruments, it's not really good. It's not really detailed. The camera that you helped me actually to buy, this Insta360 1x2, it's superb camera. It's superb for 360 views and superb for camera movement, but it's absolutely bad in dark conditions, so I can film with it only during the daytime, and still the image is not as great as for Sony. So what I did was the proposal from the Surfshark VPN, the company that gives this what they give this product, the Surfshark VPN. They wrote to me like, we want the advertisement for you. I say okay, and I can do the advertisement, but I need in advance, I need enough funds for me to buy one more this camera, because I want to put it to the flight instruments directly, like from the side. So we have one angle from the camera, we'll have another angle to the flight instruments, so I can use these cameras in different ways, and those cameras are superb, and it's more convenient for me to use the Sony compared to the GoPro. And they say okay, so they pay me quite they will pay me quite a lot, because still I need to edit the video, so we'll have the first sponsorship from the Surfshark VPN. It's a good company, I think. I see that Mentor Pilot is working with NordVPN, so why wouldn't I do it just to put the money for my channel for one more camera? So if you don't like the advertisements, you may skip in the future video. But I try to do this integration as entertaining as possible. So probably will be interesting for you to watch as well. There are not many. It's my first integration, first advertisement, and I think it will be fun for you to watch it. Did you train using the papers, or did they already have electronic flyback? I trained with the papers, and now we use electronic flyback. First time I started to use the electronic flyback was in Indonesia, and then I came to Ukraine International. They had already been using EFB for a long time. Why is it 1%? Why are we not growing in the goals? Today I had so many donations. Sorry guys, I need to maybe sorry. Very strange. I wonder why wasn't it changing. This donation alerts website is very strange. Sorry. I need to okay, let it be like this. I'll put a new goal. I couldn't do anything with it. Sorry guys. You should up in my recommended. Captain, how hard was it for you to find the first airline job? It wasn't really hard. I was lucky to find the first job, even in a time that it was the crisis of 2008. So I graduated in 2009, and still it was a crisis. So there were no any airlines who were hiring pilots. But I was lucky to go to the newborn airline, the airline that just started its operation in Ukraine, and they opened vacancies for pilots. So I was lucky to be one of the pilots who firstly went there for ATR. Favorite aviation movie? Probably Sully. Captain, your best video in Antalya go around was perfect. Yeah, it was nice. Captain, tell us about your most dangerous, difficult approach you have ever done. Probably I hadn't those. Anonymous, thank you so much. Keep the great videos, Captain. Thank you so much for your kind support. Very, very nice to have your support, my friends. Once I approached the Julani Airport runway 26, and I had the lightning strike just near, not into the airplane but near to it. I was the first officer, and I was not blinded, but I was quite scared. And the captain took controls, and it was gusty. It was severe wind. The airplane was flying all around the localizer course with quite big deviations, but still captain continued approach and landed the airplane safely on one landing gear side strut, and it was scary, not scary but challenging. And yeah, for me, I didn't expect the lightning just so near to the airplane. Please show your setup. What kind of setup? I use this cameras. I use some of the mics. This is the new mic, Rode, and one USB probably or something, and T-USB. I hope the audio is good. I hope it is better, especially for the streams, because I have I have this. It is Zoom H2N. Why is it opened? So this Zoom, I cannot use it for the streams because it has no connections to the USB in live. So I can record something, and all the podcasts you may see, you might have seen, they recorded on this mic. Is Boeing 737 good? I don't think so. It is good for the size. It is good in design, in buttons, but it is not good for the thumb. I always need to put the thumb upper or lower of the hump with the autopilot disengage button. So I need to control it like this, or control it like this. So not like this. So it's quite uncomfortable for that thumb. But then you fly it for a long time, you'll get used to it to control like this. So I put usually it on the upper side. What things you wish you know before you became a pilot? I don't know. No answer for that question. What things? Maybe I should have worked more on, well, in the beginning of the starting, I should have put more efforts to understand the air law, Jepson, more detailed, all this, air law basically, all these documents that regulates the job, not just aerodynamics and navigation. How's the industry looking now? Is your company hiring? Would it be good decision to become a pilot in 2022? About good decision, whether it's good decision or not to become a pilot, I answered many times, my friends. There will never be a perfect time for you to get a pilot. If you look for, let's say for excuse, if you're looking for excuse in not becoming a pilot, not to invest the money, yeah, you can say it's coronavirus, I will not invest into this. I will not become a pilot because of the coronavirus, but really you will not become a pilot because of yourself, because you just don't want it. This crisis will go off and will go away, and there will be jobs available. The 2022 is still not a nice year for aviation industry, but it recovers little by little, and the best prospects of 2020 of 2 years ago were that the industry may recover in best forecast in 2022. So we do expect it to recover in not in 2022 but in 2024. So still 2022, 2023 and 2024, so maybe 2-3 years to go for recovery in the best way, in the best scenario, let's say. Why do you sometimes fly with two captains? So I do not sometimes fly with two captains. I fly with two captains, with captain all the time. I cannot tell you everything, but I can tell you that the first officers are not available for now for Boeing 737 in my airline. That's all I can tell, because of the crisis. Airlines had to lower the costs for labor force, so you see, captains now fly with captains. Then is the next video coming out. My friends, Raven, thanks for your comment. My next video is coming out in a few days, because on 8th of January we have the tragic anniversary of tragic event happened to my airline. The airplane was shut down in Iran, in Tehran, and because of that I will not upload new videos for a few days. So 2 years already passed. How is it chosen whoever flies the plane? Don't need to spam in the one comment many words. I can read it and I will see it. The planning chooses. I started my integrated Atpl this month with what is the best tips. Just follow the program. That's it. There are no any tips. And the last time I was studying throughout my Atpl was 12 years ago. So everything changes, and try to be the best of the best. How did your family react? They moving to Indonesia or they stayed in Ukraine? How old is Diana? And say hello from all of your subscribers. Okay, Chop, thank you. Yeah, I moved to Indonesia. First, I moved by myself for a couple of months. Then I went through the ground training, and then I took my family there. Yes, Diana was almost 2 years there. She's now 8. And we spent almost 2 years in Indonesia. Partially it was hard because I used to live in Makassar, and it's not the popular tourist place, so there are not many bules, not many foreigners there, and we had lots of attention from local people, especially in malls, in areas where there are many of people, and many people just want to touch her because she was blonde and quite different from everyone. Diana, they say me to say hello to you. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We'll see you next time, on the next stream, not today. Do you ever get nervous? Yeah. I do. Last time I got nervous, just then I had some level of anxiety. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay. Then I departed from Rotterdam airport, and we entered you'll see it in a new video. There will be a turbulence, like quite moderate turbulence. It's not severe, but moderate. Then it's hard for you to set anything on MCP. And you see that you fly in the clouds, and you turn on the weather radar well before entering the clouds, and there were nothing. But then you enter the clouds and start to shake. You start to get nervous, whether it's the thunderstorm that you are flying in or not, because on the weather radar you cannot see it, but really you see there are some clouds, and in the night time it's quite hard to identify the thunderstorms sometimes. So yeah, I got nervous. Have you ever been in Tallinn? Not yet. How many clients do you visit per flight? Sorry, it's my mouse there. How many cities do you visit per flight, and what is your next flight? My next flight again to Dubai. To Dubai, and next day back. Usually we fly to any kind of the city and fly back right away. I'm ready to fly a glider soon, very soon. Wow, pilot boys, go for it. I really like gliders, and I wish you nice and safe flying. I also start from the gliders, and I like them. How was the runway in Delhi? It was good. Displays thresholds, but runway is nice. But it was smoky. It was smog in a atmosphere. It reminded me the Indonesia, the hot season in Indonesia. Then we flown to Kalimantan Island, all around the Kalimantan. And there were some of the forest fires, and it was hard to breathe sometimes. So that exactly than we had in Delhi. Oh, Alexei, thank you so much. You have a great support of the channel. Hi, nice job. Keep it up. Sorry for the repeating question. How is it like to participate on the Wizz Air Pilot Academy? Please give again a brief answer. Alexei, thank you very much for your support. Well, you have to be 18 years old, For the academy, well, there is the Robert. I'm sure he's watching us. Not really sure, but he wants to participate in the Wizz Air Academy as well. I think you need to go to their website. What you need to do, you need to have some sort of high school degree, and you need to be 18 years old. That's all I know for academy. I wanted to join Wizz Air a long time ago, and if you are a pilot, they wanted license, jet orientation course, multi-crew cooperation course, multi-engine, yeah, maybe I said about it, and then 200 hours. And then you can go for the type rating of Airbus. For the cadet program, I'm not really sure. I know that you need to pay some part of the money, and you need to sign the contract. I don't know for how many years, and the main thing is 18 years old, because my friend is less than 18 years old and he cannot apply there. So he's 17, he cannot apply there. So you may join. For more details, you may join Virtual UAE. I'll put the website. You may Google like virtual. I'll put the Virtual UAE. I don't have the link now with me. And the guys they're going. Some of them they're going to this Wizz Air cadet program, so you can ask them directly. You can email them, so they have the website. So just put Virtual UA, go and ask Robert, and he will tell you. Because I don't know, and those guys, they know much better, because they all want to become a pilot, to become pilots. Oh yeah, transistor. That's the Robert. So you may join the guys on Virtual EA, and they know many things about the training, because the last time I was going through my training was a really long time ago. Everything of that changed, and those guys, they know much better. My dream is to do my pilot training in Emirates Flight Training Academy in Dubai and work for Emirates. What do you think? Anas so Kechant. Sorry, I cannot. Yes, Robert, thank you so much for watching me. Yeah, I'll also go in a few minutes. Thank you so much, and safe flight with that. Wish you luck. Thanks for your support, Robert, for the live stream. But save the money for training, not for me. Do you tell your daughter Diana? Yes, she learns English, but she's still not good in it, because she is just in a third grade. So we try to improve the English, but we speak Russian in my family. What about the Emirates? My opinion on Emirates Training Center. You know, the last time I was in Emirates was not so long time ago, and I don't like Dubai. Before I wanted to get the job in Emirates, but now I see that you have nothing to do there except of malls. And I do like these beautiful buildings. Everything shines, especially during the night time. But this life in the mall, under air condition, is not for me, and not for my family. If there will be no jobs available, I would go to fly in Emirates. If I would lose my job, for example, here in Ukraine, I would apply to Emirates because I want to fly no matter what. But that place is not ideal for me. Does UAE fly to Frankfurt? Yeah, they fly there. I sometimes fly to Frankfurt. I was last year I was flying to Frankfurt just once. Hello Captain, I got 2 questions. Can you wait in your plane until your next flight, and how do you know then you don't have any more flights? You have the schedule, it's on your phone. I have it here. Maybe just want to show you. Come on, load. Always problems with it. Yeah, sometimes it's not working good on Android because I have the Android phone with me right now. The iPhone is, oh yeah, so it's like that. So you have the flight, next flight, and it's like that. So you know where to fly, you know the times for your departure, how long you should stay. For example, here we've flown from Ras Al Khaimah to Delhi, and we stayed there for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Then we've flown back to Ras Al Khaimah. So next flight will be to Dubai. I will arrive there at 5 p.m. local, and next day at 3 p.m. I'll fly back. For Amsterdam, I'll arrive at 12 and I'll fly back just in 1 hour. So it depends on the flight and everything. Have you ever flown in a Cessna or Cirrus? Cessna. Never flown Cirrus, but Cessna 150. It was a very strange experience. Always strange experience. And it was the Cessna 150, quite old, and they had the engine overhaul, and they you needed to do the test flight. So my instructor was going to fly the test flight, and I asked him to fly. Okay, can we do it together? Because my weight by that time was very light, and I asked, can we do the test flight together on Cessna? Okay, because I never flown the Cessna. Said okay, we can fly, and then we put the engines on. We start up the engines and we put the full power. Started to the takeoff roll. And the takeoff roll was really long. There is a 1 kilometer runway, and we barely airborne from the last from the last feet of the runway with the airspeed close to VSTOL. And little by little we just gained some of the altitude, and with light bank we diverted and landed the Cessna 150. The engine overhaul, it should be working fine, yeah, after the engine maintenance. But we discovered that the guys who did the technical stuff, they put the pipe improperly. So they put the pipe as in the front. So okay, yeah, I'll check you. I have an early flight tomorrow. Back during. Oh, where is it? Where it gone? Where is the command gun? Okay, I can make you the chat moderator, but how can I do it? I'll try to find your comment. So, oh, here you go. Yep, you are now. So they put the pipe, the exhaust pipe, in an improper way. They put it 180 degrees inwards to the airflow, so the airflow went to the exhaust pipe. It's crazy. So we nearly not crashed, but was crazy. That's my experience on Cessna. Robert, but you need to go, yeah? And I need to go as well, because already 2 hours here with you, my friends, and I need to go sleep, my friends. And hope this year will be better for airlines, for aviation industry, and thank you very much for watching me here. Nice to speak with you. Sorry for those of you that I didn't respond for your comments. I cannot do it for everyone. Sorry, and thank you very much for those of you who supported the channel. Yeah, you always support me, guys. You press the like, you write your comments, and thank you so much. And special thanks for those who support the channel on donation alerts, because with that you can keep me growing, keep this channel growing. Thank you so much. And yeah, do the awesome guide checklist. Like this video as usual. Subscribe if you are not. And what else? Ring the bell, whatever it means. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great time.